Hey everybody, it is Christopher Not Walken. Welcome to the Dirty Nerdy Show, and today, this is what it sounds like when doves do ASMR, you guys. You like that?
I like it.
You like it? For like the third time that we did it?
I think my reaction was good the first time. But I think you have this obsession with Prince though, so it's cool.
It's not an obsession, it's a lifestyle, first of all. I see you over there silently judging me.
I'm not judging you. I don't judge.
But yeah, Little Dove ASMR is here, you guys.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. We're queer. Get used to it.
Yeah, get used to it. Snap, snap. But no, I wanted to bring you on because I love your channel and I love what you're doing. And you're just like, you're so like little and cute and just, I'm
5'2".
See? You're so little
So
and cute.
technically, yes, I am little.
Well, I kind of figured you were short because your name is Little Dove.
I am, however, not actually a dove. I don't know if this may come as a surprise to you.
You're not a dove?
No.
What the fuck are you?
An imposter.
I feel lied to.
Actually, I got the names. I just stole it from fucking Game of Thrones, man.
Did you?
I sure did.
Are you gonna like come up with like a secret like a second channel and just call it like Red Wedding?
No.
Would you do a Red Wedding roleplay?
No.
Where everyone just dies?
No. I stole it from what's her face? Cersei, as I was always calling Sansa Little Dove.
Oh.
But shit, I feel like that kind of stopped happening. But it happened a lot in like the first couple of seasons, so I don't know, took it and ran with it.
She stopped being a little dove and became a full-grown bird.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Ugh.
I don't know what I'm saying. I don't watch that show.
Honestly, I am only on season 3.
Really?
So, yeah.
So what kind of shows are you watching right now? Like, what is your obsession?
I'm watching a lot of This Is Us, which is a newer show. It has Mandy Moore in it, and I'm a sucker for Mandy Moore.
So, how'd you get into ASMR? Like, what was your in?
My in was a friend of mine who was like, he told me a little bit about ASMR and was kind of like, you should do this. And I'm like, what is that? And so, like, I looked it up and stuff. And then I was like, oh, there's a name for this? You know, it was like one of those, like, epiphany situations.
Yeah.
And then he was like, you'd be really good at doing this. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And like, well, because, you know, at first my initial reaction to someone who was on the outside of ASMR in the YouTube community, the first thing I do is look it up on YouTube, you know, as per suggested, and I see a bunch of like sucking on my finger ASMR, you know, and really erotic stuff.
Hungry lips.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm not doing this. I'm like, what is this? This isn't. And he's like, no, you have to look past all of that. And I'm like, okay. So then it was like, I watched a few videos by like Allie with ASMR requests and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, that feels weird. There's a name for this? And it was like, and then I was like, I just couldn't stop watching it. And then eventually I was like, this suggestion of me making these videos just kind of like sat with me, and I didn't talk about it for a while, and every time it was brought up I was like, no, I'm not doing it because like I'm really shy, or was, I guess, when it comes to YouTube. And then
What? You're shy?
Yeah.
Do you know the conversations we've had, bro?
I know. It takes a little bit to get me out of my shell. So, but then anyways, I like low-key ordered a Yeti microphone.
Yeah, that's one thing I liked about you, like right away.
Yeah.
Like your first video, boom, the Yeti's there. And
yeah,
I'm like,
I was like,
this girl's not playing around.
Yeah, it was good other than my air conditioner being on.
I love that video though, because the air conditioner was actually like really relaxing to me.
Well, see, that's how I felt about it too. Like I didn't even think to turn it off because that's something that I always have on as a relaxing thing. Like in that apartment, I had my air conditioner in the window year round, like all
Yeah.
throughout the winter and everything. And I would just turn it on fan mode in the winter time.
Do you sleep with a box fan?
Yes, I
Me
have
too.
to. Like if there's like a thunderstorm in the summertime and the power goes out in the middle
Can't
of the night
sleep.
and the fan goes off, I'm instantly awake.
I'm the
I
same
will
way.
wake up if the fan is off. I can't do it.
You remember Hurricane Matthew a few months ago when that hit?
Mm-hmm.
So the power was out for a couple days, right? Because it hit like right here in South Carolina.
Yeah.
And I did not sleep. I was like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah.
And I was panicking that entire time because when you're a YouTuber and like, yeah, I would text Katie and I'd be like, I don't know what we're gonna do. Our career is over.
The power's never coming back.
I'm gonna show you my
Internet's
fan one day
gone
though.
forever. What?
Because I'm gonna show you my fan one day though, because my fan is purple.
What?
Yes.
Purple is my jam, dude.
Purple is my favorite color. It's the color.
Me too.
It's my favorite color because like Prince.
Yeah.
But yeah, my wheelchair is purple too.
That's amazing. I just got a new purple water bottle and I love it. And my like desktop background is purple and everything I have is purple.
Speaking of fans, a friend of mine, he loves your work, and I'm totally putting him on blast right now.
Oh.
And yeah, his name's Caleb. So if you could say hi to Caleb, that would be great.
Oh, hi Caleb. Thanks for watching my channel and stuff.
Yeah, he likes all your kissy videos, bro.
It's always the kiss videos that get him.
Right?
Well, lately it's been the role play videos. I've grown.
Yeah, I have a bone to pick with you about your latest role play, young lady.
What?
You promised me a Netflix queue, and I haven't seen it.
Oh, we gotta make it. We gotta go tuck you in with all those pillows and stuff,
And
then make the Netflix queue.
And then, little miss, you done like disrespected all my shows, man.
Well, I'm sorry. I really legit real life have a problem paying attention to TV shows. Like I can watch a couple episodes at a time and then I'm like, no, I need like a break for the internet, my phone, to breathe, to not pay attention to something. Like
You can't binge
I have
watch.
such a bad attention span. Unless it's something like, if it's video games, I'm just gone for hours. But TV shows, I'm just like, unless it's something that like really, really grabs me, typically I can watch like a few episodes and I'm like, all right, I'm done. Like I can't hours and hours and hours long binge.
I still haven't finished Luke Cage.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a Netflix show. It's one of the Marvel shows on Netflix.
Like I've been
Like Daredevil.
I've been harassed and I need to watch Stranger Things. I need to watch Westworld. I need to watch whatever the hell you just said. I need to watch a whole bunch of things. And I'm just like, I'm not a TV person. I watch This Is Us. I watch New Girl. I tried watching Timeless for a few episodes and I got real bored of that real fast. And that's pretty much it.
See, when I start to binge watch things, my problem is I fall asleep.
Yeah, me too.
And so when I wake up, like, I don't know where the fuck I am.
My other problem is like I really like watching Game of Thrones, and I've really I was really against watching it for a long, long time just because there was so much hype about it. I was like, I'm not gonna jump on this bandwagon.
Right?
So just pretty recently, like I don't know, maybe over the summer or so, I watched like season 1 and season 2, and I'm just a little bit into season 3 right now. But it's like my issue with shows like that is like I can watch the show, but I enjoy watching the show, and I have a good time while I'm watching the show and while things are happening, but I feel like important plot things, and especially shows like that where there are a lot of like, it's like a big web of relationships and betrayal and bullshit, I feel like a lot of that just goes in one ear and out the other, and then I'm like, wait, who's that person again? That person's related to who again? And that person hates who again? And who does what again? And I'm just like, whatever, man. And I can watch the show and I have fun watching it, but like the specifics just don't stick with me.
I couldn't keep up with Game of Thrones if I tried.
Too many damn characters. You know what? It's like I was explaining to my friend. I'm like I can't keep up with this Game of Thrones shit. I will sit there and I'll watch it. I like it. I have fun. I really enjoy like old medieval-y shit like that and whatever. But with something like New Girl, I have to keep up with like a cast of like 5 people, and I like that. I like that.
And for a while, you had to keep up with Megan Fox.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? Everyone hates on Megan Fox, but I'm gonna stick up for her. You leave Megan Fox and her Totham alone, okay?
I liked her on New Girl. It was
I did too.
She took a funny role, you know.
I liked her in Ninja Turtles.
I never watched it.
Oh my god, you need to watch it.
I'm such a I don't know. I don't care too much about movies and stuff. Like I plan on seeing the Beauty and the Beast remake just because that is my all-time favorite Disney movie. It's a tie between Beauty and the Beast, which is my favorite from when I was a child, to when I was a teenager. I moved in with my sister when I was a teenager, and I found one of my nephew's VHS tapes of The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I popped it in. I had one of those little 13-inch TVs with the VCR like attached to it in the bottom of it, and I popped that in, and then I just fell asleep to that like every night forever, and so that became one of my favorite movies. But that was before like it became a Hot Topic thing.
You ever had like a movie or like TV show give you tingles?
No, I mean for me it's a different term. I'm not sure what the term is specifically. I've heard it called Frisson and Frisson. Hold on, I'm Wikipediaing it.
We're gonna Wikipedia this shit.
Frisson, or I'm guessing it's probably pronounced a different way, but I've seen it. It's Frisson, but I've definitely seen it Frission, which would make it Frisson. Frisson or Frisson, or however the hell you say this, French for shiver, is a sensation somewhat like shivering, usually caused by stimuli. It is typically expressed as an overwhelming emotional response combined with piloerection, parentheses, goosebumps. Stimuli that produce a response are specific to the individual. So it's really similar to ASMR, but this typically happens for me and for most people who experience this with music. And it's always...
Did they just call it a skin erection?
Piloerection? Piloerection. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Let's Wikipedia this. Does it have the pronunciation? No, it doesn't. But
can we just call it a skin boner?
A skin boner.
Yeah. Dove gets skin boners, you guys.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, for me, it's like, I don't know. It's not even usually with pre-recorded studio music, but if I'm watching a performance and it's, I wouldn't even say it's like similar to ASMR where it's, majority women. It's any performance that I couldn't even describe to you what exactly it is that sets it off.
Yeah.
It just happens, and it feels really good. And then, like, for the longest time, I didn't know there was a word for this either. And it was like, I always just sort of chalked it up to me being some kind of emotional music nerd, but I'm not even really that deep into music. Like, I don't know, I'm not a musician myself. And stuff like that. I'm not, really on top of music or anything.
I think everyone feels music on an emotional level.
But to have this weird, this tingling feeling with it, I don't think it's something that everyone experiences.
Nah, that's cool though. I wish I had that because I play guitar.
Further reading, in the Wikipedia, there's apparently a book called Thrills, Chills, Frissons, and Skin Orgasms Toward an Integrative Model of Transcendent Psychophysiological Experiences in Music. Huh.
Wow.
Interesting. So pretty much I would say it's really, really similar to ASMR.
I kind of want to, like, become a producer right now and just be, like... And, like, you know how, like, DJ Mustard has Mustard on the beat? I want mine...
Yes,
I want mine to say... Boner on the beat.
bone around the skin.
Skin boner. That'll
Actually,
probably get cut out. I
Frisson
don't care though.
Wikipedia page actually says, see also misophonia, and then second listed is autonomous sensory meridian response. So it is related.
It's in the family.
Sure is.
Look at you going all science and shit. Dove is like hella smart, you guys. So,
Sometimes.
so my question, my big question is, who are some of your favorites that you just like love, and you'd like, you click the little bell by their name, and you like can't miss an episode, or, well, not an episode because they don't really do episodes. I do episodes, but like can't miss a video.
Well, favorites would be, like, Seafoam Kitten was one of my favorites because we sort of started out at the same time, and I remembered her, she commented something on one of my very first videos, and I can't remember what the hell she said, but I remember her name really stuck out to me, and then I just stuck with her channel and, like, I've always kept up with her.
Yeah.
But then other than that, I think Tingle Bell is really obvious for me, especially because of my intro. Like, I totally copycatted her, and I hope she doesn't mind or doesn't even know about me at this point. But
She will.
my intro
I'll tweet her
is
right after this.
a bit of an homage to her, because I would just, when I first started, I had that still image of, like, the river as an intro with the little chimey sound noise.
Yeah.
And then one day, you know, in my tech geek ways, I like Googled and taught myself how to animate my own intro. And then I briefly had that little one where the like pink moon dropped down and there was like little glowy orbs and shit.
That
and
one was
like,
sexy, yo.
It was alright, but I was like, I don't feel like this is me. And I was so envious of Tingle Bell's little overlay intro and the way that it just overlays over the video, and I really loved how she did that. So I was like, I'm gonna do this in my own way, and hopefully I'm not like ripping her off too much, and I hope she's not like mad about it, because I'd never seen anyone else that does it that way, and
I've
mine
seen a
is really,
few.
really similar. Really?
Yeah, I can't think of any specific people, but definitely. Tinkerbell is awesome though. I love her videos.
I love her videos. I love how she's just, I love how her first thing is always, thank you for coming to spend some time with me. I think that's so cute.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you're there, because I think that's important.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially coming from like the disabled community, when you do feel a little bit isolated, and I know you know what that feels like, and we'll get into that in a minute. When you do feel a little bit isolated like that, it does feel good to come to the ASMR community and have people, they're like there, and they feel like they're there, and it's just very inclusive and very one-on-one and very personal.
Yeah.
And you do that very well.
Good. That's good. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, you don't fuck around. Like you legit.
I put a lot of effort and a lot of thought into how I want my content to come out quality-wise, because I feel like that's important. And I know that a lot of people, there are, you know, everyone's going to have a preference for or against some things that people have a preference for or against.
Yeah.
And, you know, not everyone is going to like anything. So, like, my personal preference, I mean, obviously, as of late, is these up-close videos that have a shallow depth of field, so, like, the background's really blurred, so it looks like the viewer is there focusing on, well, in this case, my face, you know what I mean? And when you focus on something up close to you, if you bring an object close to your face, your peripheral vision blurs everything in the background. And that's how it looks in real life, you know? So I prefer to have it that way.
Let's talk about your face for a minute.
It's what? What?
Let's talk about your face for a minute.
My face? What about my face?
Yeah. Because you pointed out something to me that I thought was like, everybody wants you to do a vampire role play.
Oh my God, I know. Well, like, because it's like I said, like, I feel like everyone has a thing about them. You know, everyone has their thing that sets them apart, sort of.
Yeah.
Not everyone, I would say, but a lot of people who... You have the artists that are easily recognizable because of their thing. Like Frivy has her fox ears, which she has abandoned as of late. Well, the headband broke, right?
No, she
But
got a new one.
she has the fox thing
Yeah.
in general. And then, like, you know, Seafoam Kitten always has, like, her collars and her ears and her cuteness and stuff and all of that. And, like, I was like, I need a thing. And then I'm like, oh, my God, the thing came to me. I didn't have to choose a thing. So, because, like, I looked through all of these comments, tons and tons of comments on the very first role play I did, and there was just so many comments about my teeth. And for the most part, they were positive. There are, of course, negative ones because not everyone is going to like the same thing, and that's fine. I don't mind my teeth for the most part personally. It kind of bothers me that the one like lateral incisor is a little further back than the one on the opposite side, so it makes me look like I have like if there's a picture taken of me at like just the right angle, it literally looks like I don't have a fucking tooth right there. So,
I love your smile. Like, that's like my favorite like smile in all of ASMR.
aw, thanks. But yeah, I get a lot of comments saying, "Oh my God, are you a vampire? Oh my God." I had a comment. I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was if they're listening, but someone said, "Did you get your teeth filed?" Like they wanted to know if I had them purposely altered like this. No, I didn't get my cuspids sharpened. These are natural. I have natural vampire fangs.
She's naturally a vampire, you guys.
So yes, I think there will be a vampire roleplay sometime in the future. I think I'm obligated to just do it now.
Yeah, I think that'll be dope.
I shouldn't say obligated. I would say probably with all of the reactions and stuff, I'm actually pretty excited to do it. Obligated is the wrong word.
What about massage role plays? Because those are my favorite. That's another thing I wanted to ask you too. Besides that, for me, when I go to different artists for different triggers, because that, you know, like everybody has their thing, and I think of, you know, different people for different.
Right. Some people are like really good at a certain thing.
Yeah. Like with you, it's always like kisses and close personal attention, things like that. Who do you go to for certain triggers?
Oh God, I don't know how to answer this, man. I don't know. Like for me, it's like I have my favorites because I have my favorites, but I don't think I go to people for certain things.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I'm like, oh, you know, I'm looking to get a little bit of this one, so I'm gonna go see this person. Like I don't know. I sort of just bounce around from favorite to favorite, see who's uploaded what, check out the videos, you know, go back to some of my favorite older videos and just I personally tend to stay away from role play kind of things, like and green screens and situations where, you know, you're supposed to be teleported to a different scene and stuff like that. That doesn't really do anything for me. For me, it's like close up, soft ear to ear stuff.
Makes it more real.
And yeah, because I mean that feels that does it for me.
Yeah,
for the most part. And it's like the softer sounds, I think, and then I feel like there's a whole other aspect of it just as being an ASMR artist too, because like I'm constantly looking at other people's stuff and I'm just like stuff that I wouldn't watch for my personal enjoyment, I'm watching and I'm like, damn, the audio quality on that, like, and I'm checking out like their cameras and I'm like, you know, like it's like I was really into watching that one eating video channel, the Eating Sounds channel, and I was like, her audio quality is fucking amazing. And like I asked her in the comments what she does and she never answered me and I was kind of bummed. But I was like, I can hear her swallowing and I was like, how does this happen? I need to know. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, the muscles in your throat.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
But I'm like, because it's like I can see her face, I can see her neck. I know she doesn't have mics, like, you know, taped up to her throat. And I'm like, how can I hear those so good? Like, so I don't know. I feel like half of it is, you know, that I'll watch ASMR videos for myself, and then half of it is for my channel improvement.
I've been sitting here trying to figure out how to approach this topic because it's important, and I have said this before in in previous interviews with other people, not all disabilities are visible. And Dove, has something to it, and I think it's important for her to get the word out there, and she came to me and said that she was comfortable talking about it. And I was wondering if you could speak on it a little bit.
Well, I think a good segue, the world's favorite word, segue. A good segue into this, I really think, is that a lot of my motivation for wanting to start making these videos, like putting my shyness aside. Like once I start talking, I'm fine. I'm not too shy. But like I was really nervous about putting a video of my face on the internet. Like that's kind of scary at first for anyone.
Yeah.
But so once I put that aside, my main motivation to do this was to help people relax, because years ago I worked at a residential home for troubled and abused kids. I think our oldest was 18 and aging out, and our youngest was, I want to say 12 at the time. And this is like probably back in 2009-ish. And this was a little while after my dad passed away. And after my dad passed away, I developed anxiety, which is understandable and happens to a lot of people who go through any kind of trauma. And I'm pretty sure it happens to people who just have, a lot of stress in their life or whatever. But so I was working and helping people, and I realized that that's what I wanted to do. Like that was the job that solidified it for me. I never woke up dragging ass to go to work at 6 a.m. to drive an hour to get to this place to work with these kids, because I loved doing it and I loved helping them, and I loved going home every day feeling like I did something good for the world. But as I'm working there for a longer period of time, my anxiety is getting worse. I ended up having to quit the job, not because of my anxiety, but because they were downsizing and stuff, and there were positions being cut and whatnot. So I had to leave that job and, worked a couple menial, waitressing jobs in the meantime.
Yeah.
But, so that place solidified what I wanted to do and what I felt like was sort of like my, calling in life, I guess. But then, so as the years pass, my anxiety progressively gets worse and worse. And this is how my disability, which is called agoraphobia, begins. It always begins with a generalized anxiety disorder. And I feel like this is something that a lot of people have to some degree, and it may not even be severe, and they don't even realize they have it because they're just told you have anxiety. But there's more to it. I feel like anxiety itself is just like a tense, on edge buzz that's just constantly, going through you all the time, and you just can't chill. And I had the anxiety that unfortunately went hand in hand with having full-blown panic attacks. Mm-hmm. So, for example, I would go grocery shopping, and I would have a panic attack in this grocery store. So the next time it came time to go grocery shopping, my biological fight or flight response was don't go there. You will have a panic attack. You don't want to do that. So I didn't go. So I'd go to another store. And then, I'd have a panic attack inside of a movie theater. So I have a panic attack inside of a movie theater, and then I don't want to go to the movies anymore because I think every time I go to a movie theater, I'm going to have a panic attack. And no one wants to experience a panic attack. It's terrifying. So, but then eventually what happens is your radar array, what is the word I'm looking for? Your radius of quote unquote safe places, because I eliminate this grocery store, and then I eliminate this movie theater, and then I only go to this grocery store and this grocery store, but eventually a panic attack happens in one of them, so I put that in the no place too. I'm not going to go to that one either anymore. And so your places that are safe get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and I find myself avoiding movie theaters, malls, Walmart, grocery stores, anything that is above the second floor, anything that's deep inside a building where I can't get out if I want to, any kind of public transportation like airplanes, buses, where I can't pull the car over if I want to. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm driving and I feel anxious, I can pull the car over and say, I need to stop. But if I'm on public transportation, I can't tell them, you know, they don't give a shit about me. So I feel like agoraphobia makes you make a lot of rules for yourself. You can't go to this place. You can't do this thing. You can't, you know, go to this social function. And then eventually what happens is you literally end up stuck at home. And that happened to me. I became a severe homebound agoraphobic. I am on disability for it. It is an official disability deal. But
she got the sticker and everything.
The only way to really officially overcome agoraphobia is to constantly put yourself in exposure therapy situations until you desensitize yourself to having panic attacks. But it's kind of a vicious cycle because, you know, who wants to, I'm going to wake up and go, yeah, I'm going to go outside and give myself a panic attack today. So it's like you really have to, you know, who's going to wake up and have the motivation to go, to be excited to go have a panic attack? No one wants to do that. So it's hard. It's really hard. You have to really fight with yourself to say, I'm going to go give myself a panic attack because it's going to make me better, because you don't want to have a panic attack, even though you know that that's actually a step in the right direction.
Yeah, it still feels horrible.
It's awful. So it sucks. I end up having a lot of people run my adult errands for me, even though I know damn well that if I go out and do it myself and have a panic attack, it is still a victory. You know what I mean? It's hard to not see it as a failure because I have a panic attack, because it feels awful and it feels draining and it's exhausting, but it's still a victory because I went out and I did it, you know? So anyways,
right.
I don't know. Beyond all of that, making ASMR videos gave me a way to feel like I was contributing and helping others from my safe place, you know, because I loved my job in human services, but my condition right now doesn't allow me to do that. But at the same time, ASMR videos and having this channel also lets me really love all of my tech nerd stuff. So it's kind of, I don't know, it would be an amazing like full-time career. And honestly, that's kind of how I'm treating it right now, because I'm on disability. So I don't have a job that I go to. I don't have to juggle anything. So I am focusing like 100% attention on this. And it's really nice to feel like I have a purpose, because there's a lot of shame feeling with being on disability, especially if it's an invisible disability.
Yeah, there is.
And there's a lot of, you know, what do you do with your day? You just sit around and do nothing, and it's not. So
yeah, I can relate, you know, in a lot of ways, because I mean,
it's obviously a different way, but yeah,
because I'm on disability too, and this is my job,
right?
You know, so I get that, and it's
have like, you know, I know that there are tons of people out there who work and say, I would love to quit my job and sit home and do nothing. And you know, I was one of those people once too. Of course, no one wants to work. Working sucks. I mean, unless you love your job, of course. But and then you end up on disability and you're like, I need to do something. You know, I need a purpose. I need a project. I need to be doing something.
Yeah, and it took me a long time to figure out what I wanted to do. But then I started, you know, because I've always been very social, and I've always had the ability to just, you know, they say I have the gift of gab. I've always been able to talk to people, you know, and so I turned that into this.
Oh, there you go. You have a radio-friendly voice. What are you using for a microphone? You gotta get yourself a Yeti.
This is a Samson. But yeah, I might get a Yeti sometime. I don't know. But yeah, this is all I have ever really wanted to do. Now that I think about it, my grandmother works in radio. So for me, this is very much my way of contributing, and I want to help people with disabilities.
Yeah.
And like as soon as I found out more about you, I was like, I made the right choice getting you on. Just
I do yeah, I think that the ASMR community has a ton to contribute to people with disabilities and, people like you and people like me who, for different reasons, have a difficult time going out and being a part of the world
yeah,
and having one-on-one connections with people. And, it's like on top of my agoraphobia, I have massive social anxiety. I don't like to talk to people. Small talk makes me cringe. I don't like it. But it's like from home, it's fine. I can do this all day.
yeah,
And if I can make someone else feel better about their situation while I know what that feels like, then yeah, I'm gonna do it because I know it doesn't feel good.
yeah. I just want to be able to highlight, the main thing is to, with the ASMR series of interviews, I want to be able to highlight their strengths and show that they're real people. They have, their things too. But to also, with every interview, I want to be able to enlighten and sort of put disability in the spotlight a little bit so that there's like a perfect marriage between the two communities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to help people. You know what I mean?
That's really what it boils down to. I mean, I'm not focused primarily on people who are disabled. I just anyone who can benefit from what I do, that's good.
Yeah, anybody who has ears, come listen to the show. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I've really been thinking about making an agoraphobia awareness video, and because I think it's really important. Like I remember years ago, I was like, because I will Google everything forever. I research a lot about a lot of things because I don't know, I have an insatiable brain, and so I'm Googling about my anxiety attacks, and I'm Googling about avoidance techniques and stuff like that. And then I came across the word agoraphobia, and I'm like, it was another holy shit, there's a word for that moment. And then I brought it to my therapist, and I'm like, I think I have agoraphobia. And she was like, why do you think that? And I was like, well, this and this and this and this and this. Like, I pretty much self-diagnosed myself, and she agreed. But I think that there are so many people out there that have anxiety and know they have anxiety, and there are so many people out there that have panic attacks and know that they have panic attacks. But do these people know that they may have a mild form of what's known as agoraphobia? And do they know that if they do a little bit of research that they could catch this before they start eliminating all of their safe spaces and make it worse? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could do the exposure therapy while your agoraphobia is mild and avoid being a homebound agoraphobic, because I'm telling you, it's not fun. Amazon is my best friend. I order everything on Amazon, and it's kind of sad because like my friends are like, you order a lot of stuff on fucking Amazon. Like, when's the last time you went to a store to get something? And I'm like, but I can order it online. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, but I got it right here on my phone. I don't have to go to the store.
The Amazon Prime, you got that?
Yeah, that is a lifesaver.
Because, like, I want to give people, like, an idea of, like, what you go through. So, like, walk me through a typical day.
A typical day for me, I mean, I don't know. I guess, like, we'll take today, for example. Like, today I had a plan to drive my car to my mom's boyfriend's house because he's going to fix it because there's some shit wrong with it. Like, it needs an oil change, and there's a leak in my power steering hose, so you need muscles to drive this car. But that drive is maybe 40 minutes or so away, and I have been stressing about this since we planned it 2 days ago. So this mounting stress, because I keep thinking, like, I know I'm going to have anxiety that day. I know I'm going to have anxiety that day. So, like, that sort of feeling just sort of, like, buzzes with me all the time until the day of, and then it comes to, like, a peak. So, like, I wake up today, I'm all right at first. I take, my medication a little bit, which I try not to take a lot because I am terrified of becoming dependent on anti-anxiety medication because I want to be able to eventually kick that habit altogether. And I know that I'm not going to get anywhere with that if I keep increasing my dose. So I keep that very, very low. So anyways, beyond that, the time starts getting closer. It starts getting like, you know, the light starts leaving a little bit. And for some reason lately, every time I'm driving at night, I get really bad anxiety. So eventually it's just like I had to crack. And I was like, I had to message my mom and I'm like, I'm either going to have a panic attack while you're driving me back home, because I was dropping my car off at her boyfriend's house or wherever she was going to drive me home. I was like, I'm either going to have a panic attack because we're driving in the dark and I'm going to have to sit passenger, or we can arrange for someone else to get my car there. Or, you know, it's a matter of like, I just got my own apartment in November. So I think I have been to the grocery store once. And then other than that, I would rather pay double at the convenience store up the street that's smaller, that I'm more comfortable with, than go to the grocery store that scares the hell out of me. Yeah. Or I have to take a bunch of medication in order to be handling the grocery store without having a panic attack. So it's always like a balance. It's like, you know, I'm either gonna, you know, I'm gonna pay $4 for a bottle of ketchup at the gas station, or I'm gonna take too much medication to go run in, and then, you know, the medication makes you really drowsy, and then I of course, you know, I have anxiety, so I worry, like, you know, what if I take too much? What if I get loopy? What if I get dizzy? I have to drive while I'm doing this. Like, it's like, you know, typical anxiety worrier thoughts on top of, oh my God, how am I going to cope with this thoughts? Like, it's
the more you talk about it, like, the more I'm realizing about myself.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think it's not commonly known about, and it's very, very misunderstood, because when I do bring it up to people and I say, do you know what agoraphobia is? People will say, that just means you're afraid of going outside, right? And I'm like, no. Or they'll say, because if you Google it, the word agoraphobia, I think it says it comes from the Greek words that translate into fear of the marketplace. And even some articles and stuff will say that it's just general fear of public places, and that's not true. It's literally a fear of fear. It's a fear. Agoraphobia has a huge amount to do with, one, knocking places off of your able to go to list and just you avoid a lot of places. Two, it is a huge fear of being embarrassed that you'll have a panic attack. So it's like a constant anxiety that you're going to have a panic attack. And then having that anxiety, you're like, I'm going to have a panic attack. I'm going to have a panic attack. And then you trigger one and you have a freaking panic attack. So on top of that, it's like, it's a real fear of everyone's going to see me have a panic attack. Because I would go to the grocery store. I would try to like conquer this fear of mine. And I would see myself and notice myself getting really like trembly, because I would start to get really panicky, and I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, this dude in the aisle thinks I'm like a fucking drug addict or something, because I'm sitting here shaking, and like I'd get embarrassed, I get red faced, I feel like I have to get out of there right now. I have to go home. I can't be here. And it's awful. It is so fucking miserable. So like, if I can bring some awareness to this specific phobia and help people get the hell out of it before it really snatches them, then that's exactly what I want to do, because I wouldn't wish this on anyone.
Yeah. When you said you had agoraphobia when we first started talking in DM, I was like, what? Does this girl have like a fear of Al Gore? Like, what's going on? I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know what it is. It's just that a lot of people are just, I feel like so many people are just told you have generalized anxiety and depression. And I feel like for a lot of people, it's a lot more specific than that.
Do you have any, like, good charity names for agoraphobia? Because
I should find one, though.
I will absolutely link them. We can look it up right after the interview.
I don't think I have charity names, but I actually thought about this way before the interview and didn't come prepared, but I have some articles and like websites that really helped me with reading about symptoms and how to deal with them and how to overcome things, and a book that was really, really, really helpful for me. So I'll find those links for you.
Yeah, I want to link those in the description, guys. Look in the description, and
This
and
book, the
those
book
will
that I
be in
read,
there.
actually, I think it's called Dare something. It's a system that someone created. They called it the Dare response. So I'm pretty sure the book just is called Dare. And they do a program where if you can't afford to buy the book, you just write into them and they will send you an ebook version because they want this available to anyone who needs it.
Yeah, that's I want to be able to give people as much information as possible and help them if we can. So links will be in the description below. Most definitely. Now, let's talk about some of your patrons because we have a mutual patron that I wanted to highlight because he's a real special dude, and he sponsored your first girlfriend roleplay.
He sure did.
Yeah.
I really have, I owe him because my channel kind of like really took off after that. Like, I feel like he saw something in me and was like, we're gonna do this. And I was like, oh shit, really? And he was like, yup. And then we did it.
Yeah. He's a really cool guy, and I think we gotta do something special for him sometime. And yeah, I just wanted to shout him out. So hey, what up, dude?
Jason.
Yeah, what up, Jason?
Jason. ASMR people.
Yeah, definitely.
I love how involved he is with the ASMR community. Like, he's, now that I, actually go on Twitter, I see how involved he is with, helping people out, retweeting, and, well, I mean, I knew that he, like, retweeted my stuff, and I was like, damn, that's, like, really helpful and so nice of him and stuff, but I see that he helps a lot of people like that, and I feel like he really has a grip on who has a lot of potential and is really helpful with those who are asking for suggestions in how to make their content better.
Yeah. So, Dove.
Yes.
So I hear that you have a GoFundMe.
I do. I actually got the idea from seeing Gwen Gwiz's GoFundMe.
Can we talk about her for a minute?
Oh, okay. Let's talk about Gwen.
Oh my God. Can we please? Do you like know her? Can like you be her like my gateway to be her friend, please?
No, I don't know her, unfortunately.
Damn. Well, what good are you, Dove? Jesus.
She's great, though. Did you see her Lullabies video?
I did. Did you see
And
her last video?
She's all, I'm not a good singer. And I'm like, bitch, please.
Did you see her latest video?
Maybe?
Where she's
Which
trying
one?
on things?
No.
Bro. I'll tell you why to check that out later. But yeah.
So I saw that she had a successful campaign to get a 3DO. So I was like, I am gonna give that a shot. I figured it was maybe like a shot in the dark, but then I started getting like donations towards it, and I was like, this is gonna work, and I'm gonna be able to 3DO the masses.
How close are you to
before
your
I know
goal?
it? I have $355 left to goal.
Oh,
which
snap.
My goal was 1,000, so I figured I literally just copied her. I'm such a fucking horrible ASMR artist. I just copy everyone. At least not content-wise, though.
No,
but,
not content-wise. You do your own thing.
I just, have Tingle Bell's intro and Gwen's GoFundMe. But anyway, so I kind of took her goal idea because I was like, that's reasonable, and threw that on there. So you guys have all raised $645 so far with just $355 to go. So we were like over halfway there. We're like 2/3 there, and it will be 3DO time soon enough.
Yes, queen.
I'm so excited. And then so after I get this 3DO, which will happen sometime this year, like it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen sooner than later.
Hopefully, my very first 3DO video will feature me thanking each and every person who donated in my video, like in the 3DO, in your ears, your names, all of you. So
Yeah. So if you want to hear her say your name, all like Destiny's Child, say my name, say my name, then go to the GoFundMe, which will be linked below. And yeah. So what are you gonna do with the 3DO like as soon as you get it? Like not even in a video. Like the first thing. Like what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna unbox it, obviously.
Well, yeah. Shut up.
I don't know, I'm probably gonna take it out of the box and like oogle over the ears a little bit and see how they feel in real life because I've never really touched them, but like they're silicone, so they probably feel really cool. And then I don't know, I'll probably hook
I
it
know
up
what they
and
taste like.
do you?
Yeah.
How?
I was talking to Frivy. It's in the interview.
Wait, so you know what they taste like just from her. You don't know yourself.
No, I ain't put my mouth on them. But she told me.
I would imagine that they either are tasteless or have I don't know, like a rubbery taste.
She said they taste like condoms.
Yeah, like a rubbery taste.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like an ear condom in your mouth, bro.
Nice,
Mhm.
nice.
That's what she told me they taste like. So like every time she does a video now where she's like doing ear eating, I just feel bad.
Why? Because she just got condom flavored mouth.
Yeah, because it's all like rubbery, and I'm like, oh, you suffer for your art.
You have no idea the things. Like I had a request for a video that will be out soon, and I have been trying to memorize this song for days because I want to do it right. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Are you gonna sing?
no, it's not a sing. It's a hum. You know what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I might do a little bit of a sing, but I don't know. I'll have to see how it goes how I feel while I'm recording it. Recording yourself, like, I don't know how the hell Fribby does it. She must have her earphone volume down a bit because, like, I feel like as soon as I start humming or singing while I have my recorder on, it is so freaking loud in my ear, and I'm like, that's not ASMR-y. Like, that's too loud. That sounds terrible. But I probably just have my volume up way too high in my headphones and just hear myself very loud, you know?
I don't know. She's just like stupid talented.
Mm-hmm.
I love that girl. So, tell me what you have planned in the future besides.
In the future,
yeah.
One of my amazing patrons, John, he bought me that really boss-ass planner that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, my channel kind of, like, took off a bit, especially with my, like, December custom video promo,
Mm-hmm.
I found myself getting super, super, super disorganized with my time. And I know that I like, made my Twitch channel, and video games are so much fun for me, and I want to
Plug your
allot
Twitch, by the way.
I will. I have a Twitch channel. That's my plug. I don't know. I don't stream enough on it yet to like for it to be worthwhile, but that's what I'm getting to. I got this planner because I want to slot out my time. I want to have currently I have a day that I record, and then I have, I'll edit these over the next couple days, and then I'll stream when I can. But I want to be one of those people that has, a YouTube channel upload on every Tuesday and Friday or what the hell ever. And then, I want to have a Twitch schedule where it's like, I stream on these days from these times to this time, and then, 2 or 3 other times a week or whatever. But in order to do this ASMR channel thing, this one thing is like, I first started watching ASMR videos and I'm like, this is going to be easy. And then between making the videos, producing the videos, editing the videos, and running the channel, I'm like, holy shit, this is a full-time job. So I really need to slot out and organize my own time to, allow myself to upload certain things at a certain time, make time to make a post on Patreon that isn't just a link to a new video, and set aside my time for streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
So that I can be reliable and dependable for the people of the masses and everyone else and stuff.
Yeah, reliable dove. That should be your new intro. Just let me do your intro, dude. What other games do you play? Because this is the Dirty Nerdy Show.
This is true. Well, okay, so World of Warcraft, I was playing a lot, but I got a little bored of Legion, so I stopped. I play a lot of Overwatch still, except for I feel like I was really on a roll with playing a lot of Overwatch when it was released, and then I started not playing it a lot, and now I sort of find myself only really playing when they have an event out and they have like a bunch of skins that I want to get or something.
I have an unpopular opinion. You ready? Well, it's not really an unpopular opinion. It's just a fact about me. I played it for about a week, and then I was like, I'm done.
Overwatch?
Yeah.
I can understand that. I totally, like, I have that entire, like, group of friends that I play, the offensive people, they're, like, they hate Overwatch. They really hate it. They find it to have no personality. They find it to be very boring. They find it to be very repetitive. And I feel like I sort of share their opinion, but at the same time, I feel like it's a lot of fun if you have a group of friends that you know that you're playing with and you're not just playing with random pubs.
Yeah.
Then it's fun.
Here's a question. Do you watch any gaming YouTubers?
I do not. No.
Aww.
I mean, I watch Frivy from time to time, and I watch Cat Plant.
Frivy is legit.
Obviously, she's legit. I envy Frivy's video page. Like, when you go to her past broadcast page, it's just full. Like, that bitch streams so much, and I have like 2 on mine, and they only last for 14 days at a time, and her stream page is always full, and I'm like, holy shit, like, she streams all the time, like, streamer goals, Twitch goals. Like, Frivy is my hero.
Frivy is your hero. Do you want to meet her?
Maybe.
I can make that happen, bro.
Perhapsies, we could do that.
Yeah, I will hook that
play
up.
Overwatch together. We can play Overwatch together. That would make me happy.
Oh my god, she would love that.
I see her playing Overwatch all the time.
Yeah, she would definitely love that. I'm gonna make that happen.
Now we just need to get Nora on board in the world of video games.
She doesn't do anything but ASMR.
She's dedicated. That's good.
Oh man, like work and ASMR. That's it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Overwatch is fun though. Maybe we could. Does she have like a computer that can deal with it?
Who? Nora?
Nora. Yeah.
I'm assuming like, so.
Maybe we could. They always do these like free weekends, you know, where they want people to jump on and see the game and then buy it after. So maybe we could all mess around on a free weekend sometime.
Yeah.
Probably not though.
I don't know. She probably would be down. I don't want to speak for her.
Yeah, we'll see.
You said you wanted to start cosplaying.
I feel like I have to focus on this diet first because I'm having insane body image issues.
What?
Like, I know that I'm not a fat person, and not that that would matter, I guess. There are plenty of overweight cosplayers that make amazing cosplays, but like I have to be way more comfortable with my own self before I'm gonna put myself out there and have a bunch of people look at me.
Dove,
But
let me
I feel
break
like
it.
maybe doing like a cosplay ASMR video might be okay.
Yeah, listen, fam.
What?
You is fine as hell. Let's just throw that out there, okay?
I need to find, like, I could maybe cosplay as, like, May on Overwatch, because she's, like, a little curvy. But it's, like, you know, like, anyone that I would easily do, like, some blood elf bitch on WoW, but they're all teeny tiny little girls, so I can't do that. These hips don't lie.
I just thought of a great idea for a roleplay.
What?
Twerk roleplay. Twerking ASMR. It's never been done.
No. No. I'm stopping you right there. No.
Of course, I say that now, and you're like, no. And somebody's going to hear this interview, and she's going to be like, aha!
I can't twerk.
And then somebody's going to come out with that video, like, next week.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
Yeah.
guys, we have this idea that we're going to do, me and Dove. And we want your guys' feedback. We're going to do a drunk episode of the Dirty Nerdy Show.
I don't know if we're gonna be hammered. We might get hammered, but it'll be more like of a have drinks with us kind of deal. So, are we getting Nora in on this? Right?
If Nora wants to be in it, Nora can be in it.
I think she said she was down.
She said she was down, but I know she's got a lot going on right now.
Well, yeah. Well, it doesn't have to be soon.
Yeah.
It can be whenever she's ready.
Yeah. But definitely, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna just have like a little drinky poo, followed by another drinky poo and another one, and then we're
Get
just
a little loose-lipped.
yeah, we're gonna talk all about the asthma. I think that'll be great.
Yeah.
So, Dove, are you ever gonna come back to the show? Did you have a good time?
I did have a good time, and yes, I'll probably come back.
Cool. I tried really good to take good care of you. Like, I didn't want to, like, because I know you have anxiety, and I didn't want you to feel, like, nervous about anything.
I'm good. I think it was a lot more relaxed because we talked a lot beforehand over the last few days, so.
Yeah, that's a really important goal of mine. Anytime somebody comes on the show, I want them to feel as relaxed as possible. And I've been
calling you out, bright gray ASMR. You got nothing to worry about. It's fine.
Yeah. Although I was kind of sick, so that's why I'm like, ugh. So, I just wanted to say thank you because you do, and this is where I'm going to gush about you. You have like this really sweet quality about you, and a very nurturing quality, and your content is just amazing and so relaxing. And I can't tell you how many times I've fallen asleep to the one kissing video is my favorite. The one where you go and count every single. Dude, how fucking bored were you?
Arguments in the comments were saying, no, I counted them and your count is wrong. Like, okay, my bad. Like, I might have been off by a couple, but like, I just sat here and recorded and edited for hours and then counted over 1,000 kisses, and you guys are gonna fucking harp on me about being off by a couple.
How bored were you?
Huh?
How bored did you have to be to count every damn kiss?
I wasn't bored. Like, when I first started making videos, I would watch every single minute of my video that I had just edited and cut up before I would upload it because I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything and stuff. And now I'm at the point where I'm a little more efficient with it, and I usually just cut it as I go, and I just go through and I double check my like crossfades and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I don't bother watching the entire video because, like, seriously, I mean, think about it. I have 45 minutes of footage for a 30-minute video. I chop that all up. I put all my cuts and crossfades in. And then after I'm done, it's going to take me 45 plus minutes to edit that. And then to go back through and watch the whole thing all over again, another 30 minutes of the final cut. Like, no, that's too much damn time. So I started to just double check my crossfades and cuts. But anyways, back then, I was at the point where I was still watching every minute of the video before I'd upload it. So I'm like, what the hell am I going to name this one? So I'm just like watching it. I'm like, well, I'm sitting here and I have to watch it anyway. So I just started tallying them as they came. And I filled up a whole page with like this tally of kisses. And I was like, all right, that's the name. That's what I'm going to call it. And that's how that happened.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that you did that. That made me so happy. I thought that was hilarious that you did that, and that's one of the things that made me notice you.
Well, good. Good, I guess. I don't know. I have a lot of people saying, "Oh, I really like that you did this, and this really makes you sets you apart and whatever." And I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I didn't do that on purpose, so I guess that's good. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't know I'm doing it and it's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm leaving it.
Yeah.
If you like me, then it works.
It was that video, and then it was, like, the Funko Pops video. I love that one. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, this girl's cute. And then I was like, and then you did, like, the video in the pool.
That was like the tiniest little update video. I was like, hey guys, I'm on vacation. I'm not going to upload this week. And that was like kind of it. And then, that got a lot of views.
I wonder why.
Do you know how hard it was for me to find a quiet moment in a freaking, it's like this big hotel motel deal that had like a private beach on a populated lake, and somehow I found a quiet moment to take that video in the middle of the day.
That's amazing.
Like, I didn't have like kids running around like jumping into the pool and doing cannonballs and stuff.
Oh my god, that is the worst.
I know.
I know somebody that lives in an apartment building, and
like a condo with a pool and stuff.
Yeah, there's like a community hot tub.
Oh,
Yeah. And so he tries to take, chicks to the hot tub and everything.
Oh,
But
yeah, but
like
that really well.
it never does because you've always got like kids coming in,
Yep.
you know.
What a buzzkill.
That would be so embarrassing. Like you're trying to like get freaky with the chick in the hot tub, and then But then again,
Yeah, kid comes in like mid moves, and then you're like, shit.
yeah. But I mean, I've had worse things happen to me. You laughing like you know something, Dove?
Do we need to talk about this?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I've never talked about it on the show.
Why don't you tell the story then?
No, I'm good.
Oh my god.
I'm good, but okay, world, I have a sex story that I have never told anybody, and I'm not going to tell you today.
We'll save that for another episode. Maybe it'll come out during the drunk episode. I bet you it will.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'll tell the story, and if Dove will come back when we hit 300 subs.
There we go. Have 300 subs. By then, Nora will be done doing whatever the hell she's doing, and we can have a drunk celebration.
Yeah, and they'll pull it out of me.
Popping bottles.
Yeah, they'll be like,
bottles.
They'll be like, bitch, tell them everything. And I'll be like, I don't want to tell them about the time I broke my steel rod to my back.
Oh, except for you just told shush.
I told part of it. I didn't tell how.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Dove, you are a delight.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. Where can the people reach you?
On my YouTube channel, and Snapchat is Little Dove ASMR. I think Twitter is the same, and my email, I guess, is there. If you're into emailing, that's littledoveasmr@gmail.com.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
You are an absolute delight, and I love the fact that we're friends now.
Oh, we're friends. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's good shit.
That's one last point that I wanted to make. You'll find this now that you're becoming friends with people in the community. You'll find that because you're friends with people, that when you watch their videos, it's 1,000 times more relaxing.
Really? I
Yeah.
would almost think it'd be like weirder.
No, well, sometimes it is. Depends on the content. Depends on what they're doing.
Yeah, I can see that.
But Nora did this one video for me for my anxiety, and she kept it private for a long time. But I was like, because I wasn't paying her for it or anything. She just did it because she's the sweetest person ever, and it was just for me, just to help me, and that is like my go-to every time I have an anxiety attack. I
guess that makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And it was
if you're talking to someone regularly, then it's it's really more like you're not there with a random person. You know what I mean? You're there with someone you know.
Yeah, and but yeah, I've found that I've found that because I'm making more and more friends in the community, I have so many options to go to just instantly help me with anxiety attacks, and
it's not so much a surf YouTube kind of deal.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, because I know you deal with anxiety too, that you're gonna make these connections too, and I hope that's a thing for you. I honestly do.
I hope so. I mean, honestly, it's ASMR is more of a at-home wind down kind of thing for me, because it's kind of think about it's. Considering agoraphobia has a lot to do with being out in public, it would be a little strange for me to just pull up an ASMR video and pop some headphones in the middle of the grocery store. I mean, I guess I could.
You could.
There are plenty of people who, have headphones on and answer phone calls on their phone while they're shopping and stuff, so I could try that probably, yeah.
During Christmas, I had a really bad anxiety attack. I don't think it was Christmas. I think it was New Year's. Yeah, it was New Year's Day. During New Year's Day, we were over at my aunt's house, and I was having really bad anxiety, and I popped some stuff in. No, wait, it was Christmas. I popped some stuff in, and I got rid of it. And then it came back a little while later,
Yeah, that's
Luckily,
the thing about anxiety is it comes in like waves.
yeah, luckily, I was talking to Frivy, and Frivy was so sweet, and I wanted to thank her for this publicly. On Christmas Day, she stopped what she was doing and just took care of me for a good like 5 to 10 minutes,
That's
until I was
amazing.
okay.
I love that about this community. And I mean, especially being someone who really loves to just help people in general, like just a whole community of people like me who want to help other people. Like
That's what this is all
it's
about.
it's an amazing thing to be a part of.
Like people think it's like weird and like sexual, and it can be,
I
but
understand. I mean, I totally understand why people think it's fucking weird, you
yeah,
know? If you
it
don't get it, you don't get it,
there is a
normies.
certain there's a certain silliness to it that we do, we have to, accept that. But
Yes.
it does help a lot of people, and I have met nothing but the most kind-hearted people, and you fit right into this.
Perfecto. I'm doing a thing right.
You really do, and I think you're
No,
gonna
it
go.
feels really good that that's it seems to be the consensus about me because honestly, I don't try and I don't put on some kind of persona or anything. I will say obviously that I make a point to not be vulgar or swear in my videos, but I swear like fucking sailor in real life. And obviously I feel like it like
You
I
shouldn't.
think I
Oh,
said
I
this to
can't
you
wait for you to
before
meet
too.
Frivy.
Yes, I said this to you when we were chatting the other day. That it's like, you see, no, I said this on my Twitch stream the other day while I
Hmm.
was drunk. I said, like, you go to Frivy's channel and she's like, "Hey everyone, it's Frivy." And then you go on her Twitch and she's like gamer mode. Like it's a different personality kind of deal, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I like
Have
it.
you heard the interview yet with Frivy?
Nope.
No, wait, no, because I purposely told you not to listen to anything.
Yep.
But yeah, um, yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
it.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really do appreciate it, guys. There's a donation button. I was told to tell you about this. Katie was like, "You better say this. If you don't say this, I'm gonna kick your ass." So I'm saying it. So fuck you. Um, there's a donation button if you don't want to be a patron and just leave us a thing that you donated, and we'll email you our stuff with our patrons, because we know,
Her early access videos.
yeah, because we know that not everyone can commit to the Patreon deal. So that'll be there, and we also have
Yeah.
our Patreon. Everything will be linked below. You can follow us on Twitter at dirtynerdyshow. You can follow me on Twitter at chrisnotwalken. I have Snapchat now, and you can do whatever with that. I don't care. I mean, whatever. So that's at chrisnotwalken too. And yeah. And everybody give it up for Little Dove ASMR. Thank you so much, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.